Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tarek El Yafi, and I'm here to present Nicky Rubin. We are talking today about his new hit single, Dip In, Dip Out, from the forthcoming album, Case Closed.
Dip in, dip out. We're on the move.
Nicky, welcome. Thank you very much for taking the time.
It's a pleasure, Tarek. I want to thank you for taking the time to take the, busy man, interview.
Well, I just wanted to start off and say thank you very much for dipping into this conversation.
Yes, I will. Let's see. What time have you got to dip out?
We had a couple of people ask me questions about the single from our audience, and they wanted to know, was it inspired by your love of either hummus or tzatziki? Was it about two different dips, or did we get that wrong?
Well, nearly. Funny enough, I mean, the first dip is correct. The hummus.
Right.
Put it this way: it's a little bit more hummus than tzatziki.
Right. So we got more Middle Eastern than Aegean.
Slightly.
Fair. Okay, I get it.
And I'll tell you why. It's the verse which is a bit hummus.
Okay. Bit smooth. It is a smooth track.
Well, the verse was written in a different place to the chorus.
Okay. Which came first? Were you able to write the chorus first,
Well,
or
first
the
of all,
verse?
I've got to tell you something. I don't write these songs. I never sit down and say I'm going to write. They just come. You never know when they're going to come. I was surfing in Portugal.
Were you
And we-
tanned at the time?
A little bit. It's not like going, to sort of Sri Lanka or Panama.
Gotcha.
But I was surfing there, and we were in this hostel, and I was on the roof of this hostel with this guy from Wales, and he turned around to me and he said, "Nicky, would you ever consider buying a property in Portugal?" Not that I've got the money to do this anyway, but and I said, "No, not really." He said, "Neither would I." So I'm more of a dip in, dip out person.
Okay.
And you know what? I thought I rather like that. And it stayed with me. Weeks or months later, I'm in Chamonix, in France, and I'm walking down the street there, and it's full of English people, and full of people from SW6, wearing
corduroys.
yeah. Pink corduroys,
Totally.
and beige. And dockers, and blue dockers, and beige or pink or burgundy corduroys. Anyway, I hear this
I know they look
classic
well.
English couple saying, "Darling, don't you think it'd be a jolly good idea to buy a flat here?" And I thought, do you know what? Really, dip in. And I immediately thought, here I am. It's a beautiful day under Mont Blanc.
Oof,
the
nice.
air is very
Nice.
thin. I'd had a couple of drinks, and all of a sudden, I thought of what that guy said in Portugal. Went, dip in, dip out. We're on the move again.
So where does the hummus part come
You
in?
won't catch me hanging around here for so long. In other words,
yeah.
And I nearly said, "Darling, if I were, I wouldn't. I'd dip in."
No.
Anyway, the hummus part was months later.
Yeah.
I was in Israel. I was in Tel Aviv,
Right.
and I went for a long walk to Jaffa,
Right.
which is the old Arab port next to Tel Aviv. And I walked into this coffee bar, and I said, "Wahed qawa aswad mithl al-lail." Which is
Not
basically
bad.
one black coffee,
Yeah.
please, black as hell.
Yeah.
So he was very impressed with my poor command of the Arabic language, and it is poor. And he gave me a free coffee. So I drank. I thought, this is marvelous. So I was in a very good mood for a change, because I'm normally depressed. And it was a lovely day. And I'm walking through the old streets of Jaffa, which is a very old port, an old Arab port. And the stone is sort of like this kind of colour, It's this
Oh, it's terracotta.
sort of a beige
Not
sort of
terracotta.
whatever. And I was impressed. I thought, and it suddenly came out. Whenever I go, how's the first line? Blind by the stone. What is that? I can't even remember the song. But blah blah by the stone, coloured by the light, etc.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And the verse was born. That's how this song came about. So that part is a bit more hummus. I have written some songs in Greece, and they would be more tzatziki.
Right.
But not on this album.
Not on this one. Not on this one. I like the fact that the color of the port match the color of the dip. It's on the new album.
It comes out. The album doesn't really get released as a big. These
Fair
days,
enough.
you don't get released.
Right.
Unless you're a big star, you have to do. It's called a waterfall effect. Release single by single from the album.
Right.
If you've got enough singles.
Right.
I think on this particular album, I think we've got about 7. Dip In, Dip Out comes out on Friday, the 28th of November. This coming Friday.
One day after Thanksgiving. And I'll definitely begin.
Is it really one
It
day
is.
after that?
So I'll be giving thanks.
America, for all of my friends in America. How much shall I name them? Adam in
absolutely.
New York, Laura and Michael in Carolina, Peter Clinton in Carolina as well, Yevgeny in Los Angeles, and most of all, Trudy Burton in Miami, who's just lost her husband, who was a great friend of mine, Richard Burton. And so if perchance truly you see this, happy Thanksgiving to you, my dear. God bless.
God bless indeed. Well, listen, I'll be definitely giving thanks to the fact that I listened to this song. I will have it being played in the background of the Thanksgiving dinner that I am attending.
Oh, really? Where's that?
That is at my friend's house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's not as glamorous as going to port cities, Chamonix, the Mont Blanc, or even surfing with Welsh people in Portugal. But it'll have to do for me. But you know, I'll think about all those places when I'm actually listening to the song again.
Actually, I want to take this opportunity as well to thank you, because when you gave a fantastic review of our album, the Whisperers.
I remember that.
Yeah, you did it was a very detailed review. It was fantastic. And I believe your mother got involved. She was looking at it. So thanks to her as well, you see. It's a family operation,
It is,
right?
it is. I can't do all the heavy lifting. I just can't. I wish I could, but I just can't. Thank you very much, Nicky, for coming in and doing this. I know that us and the fans will will be very appreciative of the time that you've given us. And what a lovely story, actually. I didn't realize that there was so much that went into the inspiration for the song. So thank you very much for sharing that.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
When we do Cigarette Song, I'll have a tzatziki story for you.
Well, I will be armed with more questions for sure.
God bless.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Deep in, deep out, we're on the move again.